point to Peron, if you like, or Peron Point, or whatever you like to call it. I got curious the other day. Obviously we're here. I'm going to have a look around in this little area here. Actually in there, you can see there's a sort of like a line, that's an old fence line. There's the, probably didn't even see that. There you go, try that little area there. Gun emplacement, command bunker, observation point, and obviously the walk trails. And I'm going to have a look in there today because it's cool, and I think the snakes will be friendly today. Yeah, I got curious as to where that barracks was here during the war when they had the gun emplacements operating. They also had a submarine net across from the island to here, to John Point, I think it is. I know just at the other side of this hill here there's like a flat spot where a house is and a water tank, and there's another water tank a bit further on. Old water tanks, probably rusted away by now. But yeah, just around here a bit, I would say this is the most logical spot for a barracks, artillery barracks. Tucked away, sort of in this hollow coming up. Definitely a like a flat spot going down through there. Lots of like a giant foxhole or something there. The dune behind. Watching out for little wriggly sticks. Interesting. I'd say it's foxholes. Rather large. It's not really, there's a bit of concrete there. Not really much around to sort of show what was here. If this is a spot, I'd say it probably is, because on the satellite photos you can sort of see an old fence line running along behind here. Now the biggest problem with looking for old army places in Australia is that during the war and that, when they made the maps for them, oh, a nice big spider web up there, when they made the maps for them, they gave you a perfect like diagrams of the buildings and drawings of it all, and looked really good, but they never show you where they are on the ground, so they're not on a map. Nice spider. Oh, I can get under that. They don't show you where the location of anything is because they didn't want the bad guys to know. It's okay if they showed them like the drawings of the bunkers and all that sort of stuff, but if they gave away the location of everything, then the bad people would know exactly where to attack, and so they never showed that information. So there's plenty of drawings of the old barracks. There's all sorts of diagrams of bunkers and things that are along the coast here. That actually looks like a roadway going up through there. It's got a gentle incline. We shall go and have a look. See how it's all mounded, and then there's a flat spot, and then it goes up the hill again. Interesting. Oh, look, evidence of human. There's a house brick. Getting close. Oh, look, evidence of human There's a house brick. Getting close. Yeah, so there's no, there's a rabbit. There's a fence post over there. Oh, I wonder, oh, spider webs up that way. Try not to go through the spider webs. Go this way. Places to see if you want to go into the old stuff. Rottnest, you got the guns tour. Mosman Park, there's a gun emplacement there. They started building a gun emplacement at the end of Garden Island, and the war stopped, so they didn't complete that one. Interesting. Fence line to nowhere. There's a star picket up there. Old fence. Fence going up the hill. So yeah, if you want to go and look through the tunnels, you can do that. Or along the coast, there are observation bunkers around. I'd say this was just a modern fence to try and control the rabbits. Oh, there's a gate up there. That's even better. In fact, I think that's what I'm looking for. If I can get across there. There's actually a gate and something up there. Spider webs. Ugh. Creepy, horrible things. I'll get there. I'll turn this off first. Oh, there's a bit of piping up there too. Maybe the barracks is actually on the next level up. I don't know. I'll figure it out. Fence line down through there. That's probably the one I saw in the satellite photo. Goes along here at the base and then cuts out. At a guess, we'll have a look and see what we can find. Scratching the crap out of myself trying to get through the trees. That's a room with a view. Old toilet site. Which means this area obviously had some buildings in it. The gun emplacements, there's one up that way, there's one you might be able to see through those trees up there, if you can see it. And this fence. That's a good scratch, just a little bit of tree bark. Anyway, along the coast there's observation posts, aiming posts, points, all sorts of stuff along the coastline. Searchlight batteries. Anyone got a key to the padlock? I wonder what it says on the side of that. Probably says do not enter. And I'm entered. In fact, you can see the old bunker up there. So from here there would be a track going up that way, one going up that way from the valley in front of us. Lovely. If I can get to it without getting eaten by spiders. So yep, all the way along the coast. They had gun emplacements here, gun emplacements Garden Island, gun emplacements at South Fremantle, Mosman Park, Rottnest Island. I think that was it for the guns. They also had the observation posts here, Garden Island, Rottnest, along the coast, one at Fremantle, one at oh, they also had the guns at the north and south mole at Fremantle, entrance to the harbour, and a submarine net there. Don't really want to knock off all these spider webs, but I'm sort of trying to get anywhere. Observation points right up the coast and inland as well, so Obviously the bad people were flying long range reconnaissance missions, trying to find where people were and trying to find these places. And they know they were doing them. They never challenged the aircraft or anything, and just let them fly. So I'm not sure why they didn't challenge them, but anyway, I might go down and come back up there instead of going through all this, or crossing 2 lines of barbed wire. That fence is pretty sturdy, but yeah, strange spot to have a gate though. I'd love to get LiDAR, the old laser, fly this with a LiDAR and you'll see where all the paths are and everything just stands out really good. But I'm dribbling again. So yes, if you want to have a look at things, go to Rottnest Island, have a look around the guns there. They also have the tunnels at Rottnest. There are also tunnels at Rottnest for an underground medical centre, and the infantry over there had their command post underground. But those places, the medical centre has been, I think they actually blasted the entrance so people couldn't get in there, and the infantry's command post has caved in at the entrance and it's very unstable. It's in soft limestone, so I wouldn't go in there. There's a hollow over there. I would say that'd be something interesting. It's actually been dug out. You can tell it's man-made because it's too symmetrical. Yeah, that little hollow is absolutely man-made. It's just too going up to the gun, so that's probably where the path up to the gun, they might have had a little train line or something going up there to take the ammunition up from the barracks. I'm looking for snakes. Oh, absolutely. Spiderwebs everywhere, but yeah, that's definitely man-made in there, going up to almost straight line to alongside the guns. Yeah, you can see there's another ledge there that runs around into that hollow. So that's possibly like an old supply train line. They did use them. They dug everything away. Would have been good to leave. Yep. The video is probably not going to show it, but I can see the plateau running around. And obviously the barracks area would have been down in here. Saw a brick, saw the toilet, a room with a view. I would say that these barracks were probably made on wooden stumps, and when it came to time to demolish them, they just basically bulldozed them and carted them away. Bit of a track through there. I've been up there. Probably goes to the gate. It's another flat spot in there. You got to come down here and have a look. Someone's shell bag or weed bag. Lots of toilet paper. That's one thing about Point Peron, there's no toilets. This is back to where we went through and went up to the corner. So yeah, must have been on stumps, I think, because there's no concrete pads, and they would normally have left the concrete pads around. Anyway, that's it. Found what I was looking for. I can go home now. It's too windy to fly the drone, although it's not, you can see it in the trees, but above will be too windy. I'll end up with a drone flying across to Garden Island and having to plead insanity to get over there and find it. There's definitely an old, it's like an old roadway or something up there. track. Alright, found it. Scratched my arm. Found a toilet. I can just imagine, like I did 28 years in the army, I can just imagine morning routine. PT in the morning on the beach. Looks like Rock Nest. Looks like someone's staying there for the night. Wouldn't surprise me. Anyway, found what I was looking for. I thought it was there. Have to come down yourselves. Probably not in summer. Snakes, I'm sure they're out there. Saw a few bunnies. Come down, have a look around for yourself. See if you can find the toilet for yourself. Only one on the peninsula. I don't even think they had toilets in the old bunkers. They've got crew bunkers up there. They might have had a toilet in there, but I don't know. I could go up and have a look. Anyway, too windy for the drone, so yeah, time to go home.